Happy Friday, everybody. You made it into the best day of the week. I'm Michael Vanover on Wave Listens Live, and we have a great Friday show planned for you. Let's take a look at the rundown. Cornerstone Wellness Center is here. Dr. Kane, a friend of the show, is here. Looking forward to chatting with him here in just a little bit. We also have the Animal Care Society. They're excited to talk about their new building and an event coming up. We love having them on the program. But first up, we have Sam Aguiar from Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Everybody knows the name. People have probably seen the billboards, the commercials, but now we get to talk to the man himself. Sam, welcome into the show. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. No, I'm thrilled to be here.
Absolutely. So for the folks at home that maybe are living under a rock and had not heard of Sam Aguiar, let's talk a little bit about the firm, the history, and really all that you guys do.
Sure. So, 2010, I decided to pull up a napkin, do like a 6-month budget, offer a job to a couple people and see if we could parlay that into a long-term personal injury firm. And fast forward to today, we got 45 employees. We got an office here in Louisville, one in Lexington, and I think our niche is just that we really do love being a part of the community, and that very rarely you're going to see me looking like this or my employees looking like this. So our appeal to clients tends to be that we're going to sit down and talk, and there's we try to be the lawyers for the people.
Well, and you said you love what you do. That's clear in just the way you talk about it. Talk about that a little bit and how that's probably part of the culture at your firm.
Oh, sure. So I don't work a day in my life. Yeah. I absolutely love getting to represent people. I'm super duper competitive to an unhealthy level. We love being David versus Goliath. Most of my employees grew up blue collar, so we love going against big insurance companies. And then there's nothing better than when you get a case resolved, you get to bring your client in, you get to see that you really did change their life, and yeah. I mean, I'm blessed to be around great people. I love my job.
You love your job. You love helping people. That's amazing. Well, we appreciate what you do for the community. And speaking of the community, we touched on it earlier. People might have been driving down the highway and seeing these billboards that are out there with, I guess, a non-traditional injury law firm message. Can you talk a little bit about those billboards? And I think we have a few that we're going to show as well.
Yeah, sure. So for years, it's hurting a car, call Sam Aguiar.
Right.
And I could put that on a billboard, but it really doesn't distinguish itself from any other lawyer billboard. I was sitting in the office on a weekend at the end of November, and I was thinking about the holidays, and then all of a sudden I was like, man, then it's January and February and blah, mental health goes down, and it's kind of a bummer. And I was like, what if we just put up a little message and maybe it'll give some people a pick-me-up? And lo and behold, we did, and I didn't ask permission. I did this myself. I just reached right out to the rep over at Out Front and said, we're going to do this. And I designed them, and I thought a lot of people would think I was crazy, but a few people may actually get a benefit from them. And I'll tell you what, we've gotten in maybe 150 to 200 messages. We get 3 to 4 in a day from people, nurses that work in trauma centers that say this has been really just relaxing and comforting, exactly what I needed. EMTs, lawyers. And it feels really good.
No, you love that. I mean, that's amazing. And the messages are strong. And it's cool how many different ones of them there are, and I think we just showed a few of them there as well. So you love doing that. You love helping the community. You also love buying basketball tickets, I think. Didn't you do that recently for a Louisville game?
Yeah, my wife says I go over the top. If I'm going in, I'm going all in. So we're new, we're 2024 through 2029 official partners with the University of Louisville. Met Pat Kelsey, thought he was amazing, loved the guys on the team, and the Virginia game was coming up, and we were a sponsor of that game, and I said, man, we need to pack this house. Got with U of L, and said, well, how about we do 500 tickets? Well, how about we do 1,000? Well, they went. Those 1,000 went in like 3 hours, former clients and youth organizations. So then I was like, how about we do another 1,000? And then I realized there was 2 big organizations that we really wanted to help out that weren't able to get in queue in time. So we ended up giving away 2,500 tickets to that game. Ended up being the largest attendance since 2021. And gosh, it was a ball.
No, that's
amazing.
Awesome. And I hear Pat Coach Kelsey is what you think, what you see is what you get. I mean, he is great. That's what I've heard.
He's amazing. Yeah. So my son and I got to go to a practice a few weeks ago, and I'm like I still get starstruck. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's the players. There's Coach Kelsey. First thing he did when he came in is come right over to us, shake our hand, introduce himself. and you just felt special. And then you saw these players out there; they loved playing together. It was. We love being a part of it.
No, that's awesome. Now I know you said your wife, she knows you. Obviously, you go all in. Do your employees, have they come to know you, or do they think you're crazy with all this stuff?
You know what? They embrace it. They love it. I mean, last year in October, we needed some social media following, so I said, I'll give away some Taylor Swift tickets. And
that'll work. We
ended up giving away 10. And to give away 10 Taylor Swift tickets, I didn't realize it was going to cost more than it to have billboards and TV commercials running for a month. But again, we got to change lives, and I love giving people experiences.
Yeah, and those experiences for those people, I know it's a huge, huge deal.
Yeah, and trust me, my employees get pretty spoiled too.
Yeah, so. No doubt. All right, so it sounds like you obviously love helping out the community. You love giving back. You love giving people experiences, as you said. But going back to the firm for a second, if somebody is injured, why should they choose your firm versus some of the others that are out there?
So I don't bash competitors, but we're pretty darn good at what we do. We have smaller caseloads with bigger teams. Anybody that comes to our office is going to get, a whole big team of people that are dedicated to their case. They're going to get the best customer service that they could ever get anywhere. We've got good lawyers. We win big amounts on our cases. I flex them a little bit on our website just because I'm really proud of my guys, and we're just so competitive. Our client communication's second to none. We even have client community days throughout the year. We'll bring them out, fire up the grill, order pizza, things like that. It's what I always tell people is you're here to treat people the way you want to be treated, but what I've realized is you need to treat people the way they want to be treated. And we're dealing with very vulnerable individuals that are going against big insurance companies and really dealing with bad times. And what my team, I try to tell them every day is, hey, listen, we can't change their life today, but we can make a bad day flip-flopped if we can, just do a few things for them. So when we talk to them, let's make sure that by the time we're off the phone that they feel reassured. And it's, it's just a culture that we have.
That's a very interesting point, because you're right. The people that are calling you a lot of times are in a moment of crisis, right? I mean, they're going through something that can be very traumatic. They need your help, right? And talking them through that is a huge deal.
They need our help. And one of the things that we make sure that we emphasize too is that we're never going to let you go and feel like you have a bad taste in your mouth. And what I mean by that is that sometimes people don't have enough insurance coverage. Some of these folks have really big medical bills from the hospital. And there's going to be some law firms out there that just say, okay, well, my cut's this, the hospital needs that, and you get the scraps that are left over. We got a guarantee at my firm, we just make the dollars work. We're never going to take more. I'm a karma guy, so and I'm sensitive. So number one, if I do something, if we're not perfect and we get a bad review, I'm begging the person, what can we do to make this right for you? But I also think that that old movie